I really try not to take it personal anymore when it comes to games, especially like the stuff I like, stuff I don't like. The overall experience that I get out of gaming is still fun because I've learned not to let things. I've learned not to take things personally on this channel anymore. Now, some of you guys probably think that like you're getting to me or getting under my skin with the comments that you make and stuff, and I mean, I can see that. You know, I think most of us YouTubers after a certain point stop caring as much about the negative feedback and kind of just use that to our advantage to like grow our platform or grow our channel or something like that. But at the end of the day, guys, some of the comments that you guys make are absolutely hilarious, and I want you to know that like, look, guys, even when you're like being mean in the comments section, I read every one of your comments still, even the nasty ones, and I'm just like, gosh dang, man. So like I get it, you know. After a while, like if you don't switch your mindset as a content creator, if you don't change your mindset and start to look at things as entertainment, like I have been doing for a while now. It's been, gosh, probably what, like 6-7 months since I kind of switched some of the content over to entertainment. There is a playlist. If you look in my playlists, everything that says entertainment content, like you guys know that it's literally for entertainment. All the other stuff is properly put into their playlist. So if it's content that's serious, stuff like that, it is put in the proper playlists. But if it's entertainment content, guys, I'm having fun with it because you have to have fun with it. If you sit and take everything personal, if you work hard on the content that you create and you're putting out this stuff and people are just trashing it, and you're putting your heart into it and everything, and you start to understand that like like you start to feel like you're failing, and if you start to let that mindset like overtake you, then it gets pretty rough, man. Like it gets pretty rough. Like there were times during the earlier days of the channel, and probably, you know, up until, you know, probably 6 months ago, that I was like, what? I was always asking myself, like seriously asking myself, it's like, dude, I like this game. I put out, you know, good content, and people were just, you know, being like super rude to me for liking that. And until I switched my mindset and started realizing that like, oh no, man, this is just YouTube. Like there are good people out there that actually want good content. And so I've found a way, at least for now. I am evolving it and trying to get better at how I'm doing it and stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that I like that clearly people say they don't like, but they're probably in the closet playing the same games that I am because they're comfort food. I mean, when it, like, let's take Ubisoft. Ubisoft is comfort food. Their games are average. They get the job done. They entertain you. They keep you on mindless missions. They keep you preoccupied. They completely, and it's so easy for me to just get into a Ubisoft game and just completely forget about everything else. That's why I love them. They're literally my comfort food. Like if I was going to get junk food, man, they would be my Twinkies. They would be my cupcakes, bro. They would be my bag of potato chips. Like this, it's my comfort food, bro. I love jumping into a Ubisoft game and just exploring an open world and doing the mindless actions. Like it really is to a point where I think a lot of people like that. There are. I mean, Ubisoft games usually do pretty well, even though they get a significant amount of backlash. And it's easy to hate Ubisoft and for clicks. Like it's really easy. And I proved that with the Star Wars Outlaws. I put out some negative ones, I put out some positive ones. The negative ones all did better. All the negative videos did better. So I get it. And I understand why people would do that. If you need to make money on YouTube, just put out negative stuff. I will be honest with you guys about my feelings about Space Marines 2 in this video. I don't necessarily think it's a bad game at all. Eventually I'll pick it up. I just have so much other stuff on my plate right now, guys, that I really wanted to put in a bunch of time into test drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I want to bring the Fanatec back in here today. I want to put some time into this game because I'm really enjoying it. Like I think it's absolutely incredible the way the cars feel and stuff. Now, the reasons I like Solar Crown are definitely going to differ from the reasons that other people would like this. Now, I'm not like super competitive in like the racing games anymore. Like it's been so long. I mean, I think what Forza Horizon 5 is the last one I went through all of the missions and stuff. So I'm gonna try that with Solar Crown. Like I was playing a little bit of that last night. I was definitely trying to get into some of that, but being sick right now too, like really sucks because it kind of just saps some of the energy out of you. To be completely honest with you, and like when your head starts feeling dizzy and I freaking hate COVID, dude. This sucks. This sucks. I hate this. I've had this thing so many freaking times now. I'm losing count. But I don't play the racing games like a lot of other people do. Like I don't get so invested in like trying to like get to a certain level or any of that stuff. I guess you could say I'm more for the driving experience above all. And so I play them a little bit differently, but I'm working on my review for this game this weekend. So far, I am absolutely blown away with what Kiloton Racing has been able to achieve with this new game. They finally brought HDR. They finally brought, you know, some of the other stuff like a big open world, and I like that. I like that. The last time that I was, you know, like I couldn't even finish the new Need for Speed Unbound. I couldn't. I barely could play any of that because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is kind of dumb. I like the world map on that, but it's so small, and whereas like you've got Hong Kong Island or whatever in TDU, it's just bigger and better for me. But guys, I need you to understand, or I need you to understand that like, as this channel continues to grow and get bigger and stuff, I am working on trying to figure out how to make, you know, better content for you guys. I don't want to necessarily go completely negative, like a lot of the other content creators, you know, for like the clicks and stuff. I really try to avoid that. That's why my content kind of pushes back on some of that, but at the same time, I agree that, you know, most of the stuff is like, I agree that there's something wrong in video games these days. I do. I agree. I think we all can see that. I think we all can feel that. And I think that most of us are just venting our anger this way. But at the same time, on this channel, I still want to be able to, I don't necessarily want to be able, I want to be able to, I want to have a channel that's created that, you know, like brands could like reach out to me and be like, hey man, we like the stuff you do. We want you to be able to cover our product and stuff. I do like that. I do appreciate that. So I don't want to take my channel completely like trashy and stuff. I want to be not necessarily neutral, but I want to be able to create the content that people out there that say somebody out there, they really love Ubisoft games. I want to be able to be there and create that content because I do share that love. At a basic level, I buy every Ubisoft game that comes out at a basic level because they are my comfort food and I like to play through those. I guess you could call me a filthy casual, because I mean that's pretty much what we all are. Trust me, if we're creating YouTube videos and content, bro, we're not sticking to one game for like a long time, yeah, we're probably casuals, bro. I mean, the pony channels don't even buy the games they talk about, bro. They just sit and make content about it, and which is absolutely hilarious. It's like, come on, guys. I buy these games. I buy a lot of them. I like to play them and stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, it's one of those things where like, if you let everything get to you, it really does start to mess with your mental stability, for real. At first, you know, because like when you're starting out a channel and you're building it up and you're starting to get to a point where like people notice you and stuff like that, a lot of that negativity that's just on YouTube. Like you can go to anybody's comment section on YouTube for anything, for literally anything, and there are countless negative comments in the comment section. Always people disagreeing, stuff like that. And you know, some of these comments and some of these commenters are really just truly disturbed people that really are just there to try to make things negative for everybody. And you know, some of them are genuine. It takes a while to try to figure out which ones are genuinely upset about something, which ones are just doing it for attention, and then which ones are literally just trying to destroy something because they have just they're so filled with hate that that's all they know how to do, and that's all they want to do. They do not want anybody to be happy, and you know, because they're so dang miserable that they can't just be happy. There's a lot of that out there these days, my friends, and you know, I try to just ignore those people because I know we're not getting anywhere with them. They're just being ignorant to be ignorant. But then there's the ones that are literally just parroting what everybody else says, and that's fine too. I mean, I read those comments and I'm just like, okay, you know, I mean, at least buy the game and try it and see if you actually like it, because I know a lot of people are skipping a lot of games these days that they might enjoy, man. I mean, if they enjoy, like seriously, if their like pastime is getting on YouTube and being negative about games that they're never going to play, they would probably enjoy those games. Those games are probably literally built for them because they take very little brain power to play. So they should be fine. Like those are the games that are made for them to distract them and keep them like, I mean, those are perfect games. So everybody out there literally bashing Ubisoft games for just because somebody else said they're bad, those games are built for you, man. Those games are literally built for you. They will keep you very engaged and you'll have fun. They're pretty easy. Like, you don't have to do a whole lot of thinking because, I mean, obviously you can't think for yourself anyways. So those games are literally built for you. They are. That's why they're my comfort food. I don't really have to think a whole lot to play a Ubisoft game. I can just play a Ubisoft game and fully enjoy it because it's just fun. Just pure fun, man. If you're looking for like the challenging games and stuff, man, you're gonna need to move over to like the Souls type games. Like if you want something that's really gonna challenge you and make you think, those are the games for you. Those are the games that you should be playing. I'd put Sony PlayStation games pretty much in the same camp as Ubisoft. To be completely honest with you, if we're being real, if we're being honest, they are literally both hand-holding games. Like PlayStation and Ubisoft, they're pretty much the same. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're out here saying that PlayStation makes better games, like, no, they're just smaller, more condensed versions of Ubisoft games, in my opinion, that just look prettier because they're smaller. So, you know, I put out the video, you know, Star Wars Outlaws versus Horizon Forbidden West, and you could definitely see like you can see that like Horizon Forbidden West looks incredible, but you can definitely see the last gen architecture in a lot of the stuff and a lot of the materials and stuff in that game. And then when you look at like Star Wars Outlaws looks pretty dang good, if you ask me. Like, that game looks pretty dang good. I'm excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be absolutely beautiful, and there's going to be hours and hours and hours. I mean, at least 5-6 times longer than freaking what Star Wars Outlaws story was, and that's incredible. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I at the end of the day, guys, I kind of wish that Star Wars Outlaws would have been a more involved story. I wish it would have been like a lot more. I don't know. I think they could have done a lot better with that story. I think they did good, but I think they could have done a lot better. Definitely made it more interesting by having more, you know, side type content and stuff. But it feels pretty streamlined though. Like that game felt pretty streamlined, so you can get through it pretty quickly and not feel like you're missing a whole bunch. Which is good in this day and age. But you know, people are always complaining about, you know, there's just so much complaining out there when it comes to gaming, and you know, a lot of it is definitely warranted. So I get it, you know, I get it, man. It kind of feels like this constant tug of war between developers and the gaming media, and then your YouTube content creators, you know, your Twitch streamers, stuff like that. There's like this constant tug of war of, you know, trying to market and get people to buy these games versus trash these games because somebody needs their clicks or something. And then, you know, also like the developers out there trying to force feed, you know, their political views and whatever else to you and stuff. So it is pretty like it's a battlefield out there. It's a battlefield out there. But I just wanted you guys to know that, like, yeah, I don't take things personally anymore. I don't. Like, I've kind of closed myself off to that, and that sucks because I used to be like a really trusting, you know, person, and now I've had to adjust my thinking. And, you know, those of you that were here in the early days of the channel, you know, like I'm still the same person, but I've literally had to close myself off to some of this stuff, and I do try to still make myself available for people in the community. You could get on Steam, you could join my Discord. You can follow me at like Xbox or anything like that. Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. My DMs are open if you got questions and stuff like that. I'm more out to answer your questions on Twitter quicker. But yeah, those are the places you can find me, my friends. And if you are like somebody that is genuinely interested in like building a real relationship with me, definitely hit me up on Twitter and stuff, man, because I will respond to you. And yeah, so I just wanted you guys to know that I've had to not take things personal for a long time, and so a lot of my content comes off nowadays as like defending the defending the ones that are not getting defended, or the ones that are getting trashed, or except for Concord, dude. Nobody's defending that. But you know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. I like Ubisoft. I think they're a good company. I have no desire to stop buying and playing Ubisoft games anytime soon. Usually most of my content's probably going to be pretty positive toward Ubisoft versus, you know, like the negative outrage. I mean, like, watch. They're going to do the same thing with with Assassin's Creed Shadows. And it sucks. It sucks because Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably going to be pretty good, pretty epic. I'm probably going to love that game, but you're going to see it. They're going to come out. They're going to hate it, just like they hate Xbox, whatever. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.